Continuing to test the absolute limits and threshold of just how much technician work I can do. So why did I have 13 worst days out of 15 so far? Concrete is one of the least loved activities of this household.
Hose yourself off with water, get drenched, so that you don't die of heat exhaustion while it's 104 degrees outside and you're pouring fucking hot concrete.
The point of the challenge is to identify what are your bottlenecks. Day 15. I'm wearing this shirt to hide the fact that I've absolutely sun-bleached and deteriorated my skin. My shoulders are red, my neck is black, and my skin is screaming. I can feel it vibrating. Continuing to test the absolute limits and threshold of just how much technician work I can do while still balancing everything else. Concrete is one of the least loved activities of this household. Foundation's done for the cool stage container foundation combo project thing. No, I guess it's not done, but the first pour of it is the bottom piece. We still have to do the actual stem wall. The amount of things on the consulting end, and even more of the V3, like more of the blue collar end, that stacked up and fell behind today.
Yeah.
The point of the challenge is to identify, like really isolate and identify what your bottlenecks are. I mean, it's always the owner, but what are your bottlenecks? And to really exacerbate them, because since you're debriefing every single day, you get to go back and look at this and be like, what were the best days? What were the worst days? What did I do on the worst days? Why did I have 13 worst days out of 15 so far? And even when you know the answer, a lot of times without metrics and some sort of way to actually track your analytics, you don't know the depth. So like, I know, me being technician make bad. Big money I make when not be technician. Do the be not be technician. We got cool footage out of it though. I mean, I'm not like a complete idiot here.
The time lapse is pretty satisfying.
Yeah, we needed more content, more media. We're revamping our website. And
which we had one of those meetings today.
We did have one of those.
Yeah.
So,
with the group that's revamping our website.
The websites, they're acceptable. They're not bad. But
nobody needs to know that it's a husband-wife running the business.
No one gives a shit. Someone watching this video might give a shit, but that's only if you give a shit because there's already been other reasons to give a shit. Not, this is your first time on the website. Let me tell you about David and Evs. No.
Nobody gives
not
anything.
A single flying fuck will be given by someone who doesn't know us already. Stop that.
Now, did we ever talk about our new stickers?
No. Them stickers. You put them on stuff.
They came out really good. Yeah, I mean, the concrete really took up most of our day. It was triple digits outside.
It was 106.
It was hot. Concrete work is already exhausting in itself.
One of our other business network buddies actually owns the building across the street from this job. And I called him, I was like, look, there's no running water here.
Please.
Can you let my men frolic in your garden hose so that we don't die of heat exhaustion? He was like, yeah.
We're gonna go do the thing. Hose yourself off with water, get drenched, so that you don't die of heat exhaustion while it's 104 degrees outside and you're pouring fucking hot concrete.
I'm going to die.
Ooh, wee. Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
You know, just wait a little bit, take a full throttle, and fucking see if I can launch it over.
Moisture activated. We'll be dry by the time we cross the fucking road.
Very, very nice offer.
We also had my homemade ice cream.
That was fucking awesome. That is a perk of this part of the challenge. We had fucking s'mores flavored ice cream. That's the best fucking ice cream I've had in so long.
It was really good.
It cost a fraction of the price for like more than a gallon.
I made the biggest mixing bowl we have, completely full to the top.
It wasn't like, eat out, bad, all the time, forever bad financially. Just 90% of the time it's financially stupid to eat out. There are ways, you know, like if you're making X amount and it saves you that time and you're able to spend that time making that money, that argument falls out your ass. Continuing the trend. That argument just falls flat if you don't actually have the ability to just put more hours in towards the thing that makes you the more money. But nonetheless, it wasn't even the dollar savings. That's an added perk. It's really again, being cognizant of what you're eating, having autonomy and control over what you're eating. And when you still want to crave like junk food, it's not that you can't have it. It's just that, hey, you gotta go put that shit together and be aware of what's in it, and like, here you go.
We didn't really deal with the city today.
No, they drove down onto one of our properties and like slow rolled by and we're looking, but you know, that's normal. She worked equally, if not harder, than the dudes, and got recognized by all the passersby, the actual client themselves. And yeah, she's not getting away without that shout out.
Booty girls. Wearing my clothing. She wears my clothes when she's gonna get super nasty and dirty.
Okay, anyways, recap.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
I don't think so. Our whole day was concrete.
I'm tired.
Then you ramble.
I don't know how I'm in trouble for being a good boy right now, but I'm in trouble.
Because I'm tired.
That's what happens. She gets tired and I get in trouble. Okay, now I can good night.